I'm Zona.
I'm Max.
And we are the Chatterbox Chicks. Hello and welcome.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I can't complain. We just came back from the beach and we had a lovely time. Now it's back to the grind.
Yes.
Of daily life.
Yep.
And what's anything going on with you?
Oh my goodness, have I got a story.
Uh-oh. Story time.
You know I have dogs, right?
Yes, you do have dogs.
I have a lot of dogs.
She's got a lot of dogs.
I do, all right? And I also have a job of taking care of some kids a couple times a week.
Yes.
And so, I did my thing, and one of my kids is volunteering somewhere, so I've been doing a lot of driving around this week and stuff. And so come back, I'm tired, I took a little nap, just chilling out, right? We go to give our dogs treats.
Uh-oh.
We can't find one of them. Are you ready for this one?
You lost the dog?
My dog.
Where'd he go?
My dog went to jail.
What do you mean?
The brother dug a hole in the fence, but it was small enough that she could get out. She got out. She was in our area and was picked up
by the pound.
Yes, by animal control.
She was picked up by the pound.
She has a mugshot and everything.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Did you have to pay to get her back?
Yes, I paid money to get her back. I had to drive all the way out to
How did you know she was there? First of all, we couldn't find her, and so we're calling her. Yeah.
And then I messaged one of my friends that was over asking if they knew they had seen her.
Right.
And they said they didn't. And then I guess they're on some kind of page that shows, he goes, is this her? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
She totally had a mugshot.
She had a mugshot. So it's so funny. They vaccinated her and everything.
Was she not vaccinated?
She was vaccinated, but I just thought it was interesting. They just took it on themselves to vaccinate her.
Wow.
I know.
Is that dangerous?
I don't know.
Well, she's double vaccinated.
She's not totally vaccinated. I heard she didn't. In her defense, she didn't have her collar on, so they probably didn't know.
Okay. Well, I have a question. Is it one of those kill shelters? Would they have put her to sleep?
No.
Okay.
So what it was is they hold the dog and they try to contact the owners, and then the owners have, I think, 5 days to come and get the dog, and then if not, they're given a bath. Which one would they be given a bath first? I don't know. And then they are put into the adoption.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know that the person who had her in the intake had a name for her? Like they renamed her and everything.
What did they name her?
Fierce.
Fierce.
Well,
maybe she was being a little fierce.
She might have been a little fierce. She was scared, so scared.
And which dog was this?
The littlest one. The littlest one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So she really was in jail.
She was in jail. So I keep saying that she got sprained from the joint.
So how much do they charge you when your dog?
We had to pay a boarding fee for 2 days because they charged us for the second day too, and then we had to obviously pay for all the vaccinations that we gave.
Holy kidnappers!
Right, like kidnappers, right? It's like they kidnapped my dog.
We actually had someone, the pound, come to pick up our dog. He was in the front, and he was nice enough, the gentleman, because our dog Rigsby was in the yard.
Yeah.
So he brought Rigsby to the door and he said, listen, I would have had to pick him up, and he's so sweet and cute. Someone's going to take him.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, he's like, people
tracking down in that area.
He's like, people steal dogs. But he's like, I technically should, because he was out without a collar, should take him to the pound. So we were like, oh boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally they make you show proof that it's your dog. And I did. I showed him a picture, but it was really funny because as soon as...
if you didn't have pictures, how would you show proof?
Well, as soon as the lady brought her out, she jumped into my arms. There was like no question that she wasn't my dog.
She just, yeah.
And I will tell you, yesterday was a pretty rough day for her. She wouldn't go outside at all. She would not eat or drink. she didn't eat or drink for a while. It's like she was really scared.
She was traumatized,
but
probably.
by last night she started drinking and eating, and she's back to being her normal cool self. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That
I just thought that the youngest dog would be the one to go to jail. I thought maybe it would be one of the boys or something, but no, not the youngest one, the littlest one.
How little is she?
She's like 3 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
3-pound dog.
That's like a rat.
Terrorize the neighborhood.
Literally, if I had a dog that small and stepped on it, she'd be dead. I'm big. She would die.
She is so tiny. And the thing about it is when they put where they were found, they put her, the street that they put her on was literally our street. So, like, she wasn't even, like, off, like, even, probably not even off our property.
Did someone must have called the pound, though? Or does
No, I think they must drive by. Like,
just
you,
every
like,
now,
just like
yeah,
you
they
said.
were just driving by.
I'm saying, I think they're cracking down on stuff
it's kind
like
of
this.
good, though, if you think about it, because she's so tiny. What if someone ran her over, or what if...
It is, and I guess I appreciate the way they were about the whole situation. They were good. They could tell that we're good owners and all that, so that made me feel good. I will say, though, they did drive her pretty far away. You would think that they would have a one in our city.
Where did you have to go?
I had to go like 3 towns down. Like
what?
Way down. Like a 45-minute drive just to pick
No way.
Yes.
Maybe they do that on purpose to make you pay. You know, like,
Maybe.
we're going to make you spend your gas. We're going to make you pay for this. Oh,
right?
my gosh. Well, that was an interesting story.
So that was...
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
actually funny. But not funny.
Yep.
Well, today, our show is about summer activities.
Summer activities,
what we can do, things that are inexpensive for families to do, or just individuals, or on a budget.
Yes.
And I don't know where our viewers live, but we happen to live in a very hot state.
Yes, we live in Florida.
It's hot.
Yes.
It's so hot that you don't even want to leave your house sometimes.
Yes.
So one of the things that's free to do, and not everyone has a pool, but a lot of people know someone that has a pool.
Yes.
You go to the pool. You spend all day in the pool.
Even if you have a friend that lives in an apartment, they have a pool.
Yes.
Apartments usually have pools.
Yes. You go to the pool, you have popsicles, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, but at least you're not sweating.
Yes.
And it's free.
And then you have the pool. You could have a pool in your neighborhood, community.
Yes,
pool.
they have community pools.
Yes.
Yep.
They also have city pools.
Some people do have city pools.
Yes.
There's splash pads. A lot of towns have.
Splash pads.
Our kids used to go. They loved it.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. They have these little water things that come
buckets
down
that fall,
on you,
and things
all
are
kinds of
squirting.
things, and
the ground is actually a little soft. It's like padded a little.
Yes.
Because a lot of times if you're going there, you are taking very young children. And it's nice. You can just kind of hang back and you know they're not going to drown. They're just running around and having a good time. It was a lot of fun.
If you're like me, you'll go in the water too because you don't want to be too hot.
Yes. There was many times I would just stand and let that jet do its work.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Cover me.
Yes.
Excuse me. Any other ideas?
Well, we also have, we are fortunate enough to live near beaches, and we have springs in Florida. Now, let me explain what a spring is. A spring is a body of water that is 72 degrees all year around. Now, 72 degrees all year around sounds very refreshing, and it is, but it is actually cold to some people.
Yes.
But it is wonderful.
Yes.
And we just go there and we can float down the river.
And it is cold. When you get in it, it's like, oh my gosh, but once you're in,
it's great.
Feels great.
Springs are wonderful. We have many springs in our
Yeah,
area.
and they're also fun because you can sometimes, we've been to many springs where you get to swim with the manatees.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's
we have
amazing.
manatees in Florida.
And all the different fish, and some springs are crystal clear.
Yes.
Absolutely crystal clear. It's amazing.
Yes. Absolutely amazing, yes. And then you also have the beach. The beach is nice. You know, you have your sand and everything. And you know, the waves, you know, we talked a little bit of we haven't released that video yet. I was gonna say we have to, you know, sometimes you do have to worry about sharks and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the beach is also nice, and you can go to the beach and not pay a fortune because there's a lot of places where you could park which also has actually like a playground and a splash pad.
Yes.
And you don't have to pay much money, and then you can go to the beach.
Yeah. They also have places, I know that you were telling me, I haven't been, where it's like a business, a restaurant or something, and you can use their pool.
Yes.
And
to see lunch.
And have lunch as long as you're paying for a lunch.
Yes.
You can use their pool.
And like, let's say you don't have a lot of money, right? And
Yeah.
you want to just go for lunch. That was a good one. Glad you mentioned that. You could get like a thing of fries.
Yeah.
For like $3.
Let your kids have some fries.
Get yourself
Slap
fries,
some sunscreen.
and
have a good time in the pool.
Time in the pool. Exactly. Yep. Yes, that's a very good way. Another thing that is also really fun to do when you talk about water is a water gun fight.
Water gun, balloon gun. Our boys love that.
Our kids, as teenagers, still will do those water gun fights. Absolutely.
Yes.
You're never too old for a water gun fight.
Yes.
And balloons. Oh my gosh, water balloons, throwing them at each other. Fun.
Love
times.
it. They you can even go to the Dollar Tree.
Yes.
And I mean, they have water balloons there. It's very inexpensive.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can also, they have these balloons now where you fill them up and they tie very easily. Like they're already tied.
It's like this thing, and it fills up like 30 at once.
Yes.
I know that you've probably seen this.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
And then you just toss them at your friends, toss them at your enemies.
The pickup is not that fun, picking them up. But.
Yeah,
so another thing, Max, that we've done many of times is I believe all locations in the U.S. have this. Movie theaters, a lot of time they have free movie day during the daytime where you can go and get a free movie. Even like the concession will have a little popcorn and a little drink, very discounted.
They're very cheap.
Very cheap. So,
and you can see movies that have like maybe recently come out
or
maybe just came out.
Yeah, and they're always geared towards kids.
Absolutely.
So it's either a cartoon or and it's just something to do to get out of the heat, and the kids love it because you're going to having a movie experience.
Absolutely. And not to mention, I wanted to throw out one of the ideas that our friendly technician had today. Is he said ice cream, which is great. It's not costly to go get an ice cream.
No.
Go over to your local store, sit down, have ice cream with your friends, hang out, chat, whatever. You could even bring, I know people don't, you can bring your devices, you can play games on your phone or whatever and chat with your friends and have an ice cream and get out of that heat.
That's right.
That's,
Yeah, there's a lot of, and I know everyone in your town has a really good local ice cream shop.
Absolutely.
And you're supporting a local business
Absolutely,
too.
which is extremely important.
Especially right now.
Right now, you need to support those ice cream shops. You need to support those local restaurants.
Yep. Anything that's
local is good to do.
And let's see. You could pitch in with a bunch of friends and rent a water bouncy house.
Oh my gosh.
Those are fun.
Absolutely. Water bouncy houses can be expensive, but if you get like 4 or 5 friends in on it, all of a sudden the expense goes down.
And it's fun for the kids all day. Yeah.
And if you want to get food, you always can do now that things are getting better.
Yeah.
You can do like potlucks.
Everyone can bring something.
Dish and stuff.
You make sandwiches and buy what are those large Frito-Lay bags of chips and make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Easy.
Peanut butter and jelly is easy to go. You can get those like Uncrustables at the store. They're like frozen. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
And you just take them and
Popsicles are cheap. Put them in a cooler and let the kids do their thing.
Yeah, those little juice boxes.
Oh, my gosh.
Bye.